Hi again. My name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller. And today I'm going to be doing a haul video. I'm going to start with some stuff that I picked up at a kids consignment sale in North Carolina. It was what, 2 weeks ago?
Yep, Asheville.
Yeah, Asheville. And Robert's, I think, working on the footage from it to go on our picker channel for this
Should be
week.
out Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday. And so I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I picked up that day.
We had a lot of noise suddenly erupt upstairs from the two youngins that are up there. And by youngins, I mean upper teenagers. And we forgot what we were talking about.
Yes. But went to a, if you don't know what a kids consignment sale is in our area, there's a lot. I want to say there's at least, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 of them every spring and every fall. And it's organizations who put these together. Everybody brings their own toys to it. And then this organization takes a percentage of it. And, you know, it's a good way to go buy a whole lot of stuff at one time. But the prices are usually up there because a lot of times the last day is like a half price sale. So, of course, they're going to take that into consideration when they're pricing.
It's like a very, very large yard sale where the sellers know they're going to have hundreds or thousands of buyers come through looking at their stuff. So they know that there's going to be a larger demand. So they bump their prices up. And then they, of course, they usually have a half price day at the end. Sometimes a 25% before that. One of them had a 20%
25%.
off. Was it 25?
I think it was 25%. We went to 2 this weekend, but this is one that we went to the week before. I didn't spend, the first time I ever went to this sale, I spent almost $400. I was dragging IKEA bags. It was such a nice, reasonably priced affair, but not this time. Not this time at all. And you'll see, I have video of just some of the crazy prices, but I found some good stuff.
And you can afford to pay more at these because there's a lot of stuff in one place.
Right.
So we're not driving 230 miles over a weekend to find stuff. You actually save a lot of money in mileage in the process.
Yeah, but on this particular one, which we drove all the way past Asheville, I only spent like $50. So, will I do it again? Maybe. I don't know.
And one of the difficulties was there was essentially no cell phone reception in that building. So you have to buy based on your experience or your gut as to what you think it's worth. Or if it's something for your wall, you're willing to pay up more for that because you're not getting it to resell. You're not needing to make a profit on it.
But yeah, and a lot of it is large lots. And sometimes, I'm not sometimes willing to spend $50, $60, $70 if I haven't been able to comp it out and it's not something I'm overly familiar with. So this time I was a little picky.
Before you show it, if you're liking this content, but don't forget to hit the like button and drop a comment. To keep the YouTube algorithm happy. It's just like the eBay algorithm. You have to do things to keep it happy. You have to list, you have to run sales, you got to run promotions. You got to end and sell similar. Well, with YouTube, comments, hit the like button.
When we got in there, I think the first section that we went to was boys. Legos. Yeah, I don't think I bought any Legos. They were way overpriced.
Legos tend to be overpriced.
Always.
Just like Barbies and NASCAR stuff around here.
So I think the next section was like boys' toys. And then I went to like the plush and then the girls, and then the end of it was the loveys. So I'm going to show you. They had a lot of plush, but I just was not caring for the prices. So, and then y'all, wait, I'll get to the checking out at the end. But here, just because it's on top, this was a Navy Lovey bull. I do well with bulls and horses. It was Carter's. And I paid $3 for it. So I just went ahead and grabbed it because I do well with it. And then more loveys. This was $5, but there's 2 of them in here. One has its original paper tags. And then the other is just a rabbit one. So not quite sure. Most loveys are bread and butter. The one with the paper tag, hopefully I'll get like $10 or $15 for it. I might as well keep going with the loveys. And then this one Says it has a zebra, a penguin, and a giraffe lovey in here, and it was also $5. This one, I think I grabbed because it looks like it might be IKEA. So that was the reason why I grabbed this. So, can't go wrong with loveys. Then, I looked at like Fisher Price Rescue Heroes. One bag would be $50. Another bag would be $75. And then I found this one, and it was $7. The figures looked to be in really good condition, and they had their backpacks. Basically, I bought this because I wanted to put an example on my wall of a rescue hero, and then the others I'll probably just lot, 2 or 3 of them together, hoping to get maybe about $20 or so for each small lot. But yeah, it had quite a few of the backpacks and stuff. Hopefully they all work. And then I'll put something on my wall. This too is for my wall. Now this is Husky Helpers. But I've never seen the hauler with the race car. It has the driver right there. And then there's some more. Another figure here. I paid up for it. For me, this is paying up $8.50. But I wanted the hauler and the car for my wall.
I think that comped out at $15. If you were to sell it on eBay, I think it was $15.
Yeah, I'll sell off probably the other figure and then whatever that thing is with him. But the other part is for my wall. Now that I have space. And then grabbed this. It was $5, but it's just got lots of smalls in there. Just like this is PJ Masks, but I've done really well with these newer figures. There's just, look, right there. That's a Littlest Pet Shop boxer. I do really well with the dogs. Right here is Great Adventures Fisher Price. These are really hard to find now. Hopefully there's a couple of them in here that I can make a lot. And then just lots of little figures. I'll use Google Lens to help me figure out what I've got here, and then I'll make lots. Even if I can put several of these in a lot for $9, or $9.95, that's quite a few lots there. Oh, look, right. There's, I think, another Littlest Pet Shop. So, some really interesting things in there for $5. And, of course, I had to grab this. This is the vintage Fisher Price Little People. It was $6. It's got the helicopter, and then this thing right here hangs from the bottom of it. Has some of the furniture, which is really hard to find. I'll probably lot the figures together, lot the helicopter and this together, and then lot the luggage together. So several lots out of that. So, can't beat that. And then again, we could not get internet, so I paid $5 for this, but I basically got it because I've never seen that ET before. I'm thinking at least $12, $15 for it. Had a cute Pooh in there and had this little Fred Flintstone figure. So I'll definitely be able to get my money back. But yeah, the internet was, you could start searching for something and then just start walking. And finally your screen would pop up. And then you needed to hold that place as long as you were needing to.
It might take 15 minutes for that to happen even.
Yes, yes. All right. I like this brand. It is, it is Angel Deer. It's these little loveys. This one is the pink elephant. It was $2. I want to say maybe hopefully $12 to $15 for it. And then there was this huge, huge line. We started walking towards the checkout and then started following the line, and we had to follow all the way to the back of the building, all the way like halfway around that way, and then it started back towards the front of the building.
About halfway back towards the beginning.
Yeah.
So it was basically the length of the building
And it was
half
huge.
the width and then half the length again.
I don't know if I said this, but this is the largest consignment sale I've ever been to. It's in an ag center. So huge space, packed.
It took about 30 minutes to go through the line.
But while Robert was standing in line, I continued to go back and look through all the stuff that I was hoping I missed a few things. And on my return walk through all of the stuff, I did find him. This was $2.50. He is vintage Dakin, hand puppet, 1990. I'll hopefully list it for $15, $20. Not y'all. I don't know why I do this to myself, but I did it. I did it. And this was one of the last things I found. No, I found this early on, I think. Like I said, they had these huge bags of stuff. And you'd look at it, some of them would be $75. Some of them would be $150. And then there was this bag. And it was $7. And this is pretty much all vintage Barbie. Barbie, Barbie, Barbie. There's babies in here. There's just all kinds of pieces and parts. And what I'll do is I will make lots. And just, I don't know what else to say. I'm going to make lots and see what happens. But like these bigger pieces, I'm not sure. It just really depends on what their value is. But I just sold a Barbie Dream House pool. I just sold a huge lot of Barbie clothes. So, you know, when you get the opportunity to buy vintage Barbie, especially for $7, even though it's going to be a pain, I'm going to go ahead and do it every single time. And this time there'll be no one touch. When I get ready to process this, all of it will get processed.
What was that Barbie piece that you sold on Whatnot? It was like a crown or something that was...
The bow to a tuxedo.
Yes, it sells for like $75 just for that bow.
Yeah. You know, I get really good deals when I find vintage Barbie. I'm just not the type that's going to piece that stuff out. I know there are sellers out there that are just about the Barbie stuff, and they'll look up and they'll have sets, or they'll know exactly everything they have. I'm the lot person who's going to make, you know, what I want to sell stuff for, and then that person can, you know, make even more money by splitting it out and selling it individually or in small lots.
So two people get to make money on it.
Two people. And then we met Tim and Jerry for lunch earlier last week.
That would be the tnpickers.
Yes, the tnpickers. And Tim had said that they had went to the Goodwill in that town and there were lots of plush. So, of course, we went after lunch. And this is some of the stuff I picked up there. Pretty sure. So I grabbed this. It is Chosun, which is a brand I like to pick up. It was $2.99, but I'm hoping it's like $15 to $20 for it. I do really well with some of these large lying vintage plush. This one is Kids of America. It says it's 2005. I'm hoping, I don't know, 25, 30 plus for it. And he was $3.99. This is a brand I don't find very often, but there are avid collectors for it. I've gotten messages before in the past when I've had like one single item listed asking if I had more. But it is Kmar. I'll show you guys the tag.
Harold and Kmar?
Oh, I don't know. No, that's Kumar. And I didn't even watch that show. It was $2.99. Just a cute little bunny rabbit. And I'm hoping 20 plus for it. I think I've had this doll at one point. Don't know. But I paid $2.99 for her. She could be Tycho, Play School, Ideal. She is Ideal 1989. I swear she almost looks like the doll we just picked up at the estate sale that went with the tub. But this one, look, she had her little flippers on. She still has her rubber duck. She still has her original outfit. I'm hoping 20, 25 plus for her. Just love finding. I really need to learn, especially Ideal, Play School, Mattel, just those types of vintage dolls to see which ones are worth it. Because there's some that are not. But I just had to get her. And then Pat the Bunny. A lot of times I find the smaller one. But this one is Kids Gift Pink, P-E-N-K ink. He was $1.99. I think $15 to $20, maybe $12 to $15 for it. But I don't find him very often anymore. But it's from a book series. And Robert grabbed these. They were $4.99. They're bowling shoes. What's the brand? I can't even see. Oh, here. Pyramid. Size 6. What does your comps?
I think it was 25.
Yeah, 20. That sounded about right. $25. And they're in really good condition.
I tried to do the twist test on them. They don't twist.
Yeah. Oh, and then I grabbed this, of course. Look, Eden. Like Sherpa. But look, it does work. I'm not going to do it because then it just keeps on going. The thing is his face needs some cleanup. He will probably remain a little discolored. Look at these eyes. They're like flocked. Just loved it. And it was $2.99. You know what? I don't know about comps on this. I'm hoping 20 plus for it. I had to save the vintage stuff. I grabbed this for me. I'm hoping. I think I need to get some like compression shirts, y'all. Because when I'm wearing the camera with the magnet right here, when I bend over, it's still flopping. And then it's just kind of not showing stuff. So I'm thinking about it. Does any of you that do video recording and use the magnet, you know, how do you keep it from flopping with your, just a shirt and a magnet right here? I wear it tucked inside my bra, but it's still moving a lot. So I'm thinking about it. And so I just happened to find one at Goodwill. And I'm hoping maybe wearing a tight shirt under will keep the magnet part from making the camera flop forward. When I'm, you know, bending over to look at stuff, even kneeling and then looking down, it just seems to flop a little bit. So that was what that was. And then I wished we'd have had more time. We needed to get home because I might have to go back. Because look at this. It was in the sweater section, which I like looking through the sweater. It was $4.99, and it's a brand I had never heard of, but ALC. And I saw comps for like $50 for this shirt. So I might have to go back soon and start going through their clothing. Our Goodwill has awful clothing, but this one seemed to be doing better. So I might go back there and just look through it and try to learn more brands that I'm not familiar with. All right, so that was a consignment sale and a Goodwill. This weekend I went to 2 more consignment sales. And then by the time you guys see this, we'll either be right before we leave. When are we going to do this video?
Probably Tuesday.
Okay. We'll be leaving the next morning to go down to the Peaches to Beaches. And fingers crossed, find lots of treasures to share with you guys also. All right, y'all. Get to work. Bye.